Welcome to my live. This is a safe space with Dr. Lillie. Welcome to my live. We will be discussing different things pertaining to grief, loss, and trauma. Safety is healing. Earning your trust makes you feel safe, the client. I am your listening ear. I am not a MD. I am not a psychiatrist, psychotherapist. I am not a therapist. I am a wellness practitioner. I am certified in some somatic therapy, grief and loss specialist, women's women's wellness. I am a life coach, trauma informed coach, and I feel like I'm forgetting something that I'm actually certified in. But those are some of the things that I am certified in. We're going to have different discussions today. Some of the topics will be understanding the difference between coaching and counseling. Hello, Reverend Dr. JC. Hello, Queen Vera. How you doing, Queen? We're going to be discussing just a moment disenfranchised grief. That's a biggie. We're going to discuss prolonged grief as well. So if you look behind me, I have something positive up for you all to uplift you guys, because while you're on the journey of trying to heal from whatever it is that you are going through, it is okay to be yourself, ask for help, not know it all, make mistakes, have hard days, feel your feelings, start over. It is okay. For this journey with me as a wellness practitioner and a coach, this is a new journey for me. I just graduated, about a month ago, and I started my journey, and I will be building my clientele. So that is my purpose here, giving y'all my new show, A Safe Place with Dr. Lillie. It is a place of a listening ear. And if you would ever like to come on my channel and go live with me and give your testimony of what you have experienced, that would be great. But I will say this: if you want an actual session with me, that is something I cannot discuss on my channel at all for the HIPAA laws, okay? But if anybody wants to come over here and give their testimony of something that they have been through, let me know. My email is actually in my bio for YouTube, and it's my Gmail. So you can just message me there. And also in my description, there's my website address. You can message me, Dr. Lillie Young Maryland Sites. That is my new website, okay? And also you can email me. So if you ever want to book a session with me and you're on your journey of healing, or you just want someone to talk to, I am your listening ear, Dr. Lillie. So we got a lot to cover today, because when you discuss disenfranchised grief, it is a big thing. It is grief that we don't even realize that people will be feeling. Again, we'll be like, "Whoo, I'd be so glad when they get over it." But disenfranchised grief, it gets ignored a lot, and it gets pushed to the side a lot, because a lot of us do not understand that we are experiencing, or someone is experiencing, disenfranchised grief. Good evening. Good evening. Yes. Hit that like button as you all are coming in. Again, I am Dr. Lillie. Welcome to A Safe Space with Dr. Lillie. Today we will be discussing understanding the difference between coaching and counseling. I'm certified in counseling and as a wellness practitioner, but I'm going to give you all the difference in it. In coaching, it makes it a broader area for a practitioner, a coach to work in. You can actually go even deeper, and it's actually going towards your future, okay? More of the future tense. It can be in the present tense, but my goal is to get you to the future of your greatness, your greater, your healing, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hit that like button as you all are coming in. Please share, comment, like. Please share. I need to get my subscriber list up, okay? So it'll be a blessing if y'all all share for me, okay? Yes, my book, The Purple Cinderella. If you like to purchase my book, The Purple Cinderella, you can get it on Amazon.com. This is my autobiography, The Purple Cinderella. You can purchase it on Amazon.com. And it's a book that I've written. I'm going to read the description right quick, okay? Then we'll get to discussing understanding the difference between coaching and counseling. This is my book, The Purple Cinderella. I am the purple Cinderella. I got my glass slipper back at the beautiful age of 38. What led me to that moment was a life full of heartache and pain. I found myself at the point of suicide. In that pivotal moment, I got my glass slipper back, my life. I walked around dead inside for many years. My heart-wrenching childhood took me there. I was raped by my adult stepbrothers, some of my step uncles, some of my adult step cousins, and other men. They all stole a part of Cinderella's glass slipper. I became used to this childhood torture. I accepted the torture. I even fell in love with the torture. Not only was I made to lie on my back in service to pedophiles, my sister and I were slave labor for my stepfamily as well, forced to scrub and clean like Cinderella. Heartache and pain continued through my adulthood, bandages crying inside. But at the pivotal moment of 38, God gave me life. Now I live. I got my glass slipper back. This is my autobiography, The Purple Cinderella. You can purchase it at Amazon.com. Just put in author Lillie Young and The Purple Cinderella, and it will pop up, and you can purchase my autobiography. So we're going to get back to the subject matters of today. What's understanding the difference between coaching and counseling? I'm actually going to read to y'all an article from Love Life Coaching Events.co.uk. And it is about grief trauma coaching can be more beneficial than generic counseling. Okay? So I'm going to read this to you. And if you have any questions, just ask me in the chat. And if you want to go live with me, let me know. Thank you, Reverend. I need to make you a moderator. Let me figure that out right quick, okay? Vera, I'm gonna add you. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Hey, King. Vera, if you still in here, I'm gonna add you as a moderator, Queen. Okay, so now I got me some moderators. So I'm gonna read you guys this article on understanding the difference between coaching and counseling. Okay? Finding the right kind of support when you're hurting, when life throws us into the depths of grief or trauma. The world often feels like it's pausing while everything else keeps moving. Whether you're grieving the loss of a loved one, navigating your major life change, or processing past trauma, the pain is real, personal, and deeply transformative. Naturally, people look for support. Traditionally, this has come in from a form of counseling, but in recent years, a new path has emerged: grief and trauma coaching. While counseling has its place and purpose, many people are discovering that it offers a more personalized, forward focused, and empowering experience. So, what's the difference? And more importantly, why might grief and trauma coaching be a better fit for you? In this blog, we'll explore the key differences between coaching and counseling, the pros and cons, and why so many people are turning to coaches like Lucy at Love Life Events for deeper, more transformational healing. You would turn to me. You would email me, or either go to my website. My website is in the description. You can message me through there, okay? And book an appointment with me. We can have a discussion on it, intake. Um, Understanding the difference between coaching versus counseling. Before we dive into why grief and trauma coaching can be more beneficial, it's important to understand the difference between the two. Counseling focus often looks at the past trauma, emotional wounds, and psychological patterns. That's what counseling does. It is trying to figure out what in your past that causes grief and loss. Okay? Style. Therapists lead, focus on mental health and emotional regulation. I am not a therapist. I already discussed that with y'all. I am a wellness practitioner and coach. Framework often follows clinical methods, sometimes involving diagnosis or therapy models. Excuse me. There's different frameworks that I learned when I was taking the courses, so it's correct. Goal: emotional understanding, healing, and symptom relief. Grief and trauma coaching. I'm gonna give you the focus, style, and framework and goal that it states for it. Grief and trauma coaching. Focus works with where you are now and where you're going to go as well past traumas, emotional wounds, and psychological patterns. It's focusing on your future. Style, collaborative and action oriented. Framework, future based, often rooted in lived experience, intuition, and empowerment. I am here to empower you. And anybody in here that's been with me, y'all know I like to empower people, even before I've gotten the training and the certifications that I have. Goal, growth, resilience, purpose, beyond pain. While counseling often focuses on helping you cope, coaching helps you rise. It encourages growth, resilience, and the rediscovery of purpose, guiding you to move forward, not just get by. Again, move forward, not just get by. Coaching believes in your ability to transform even in the faces of deep pain. When I tell you that is real, even in the faces of deep pain. When I tell you about my book, The Purple Cinderella, Surviving Multiple Childhood, RAPISTS, whoo, that really touched me right there. Whoo, that's amazing. Coaches believe in the ability to transform even in the faces of deep pain. That's what coaching does for you. The case for grief and trauma coaching. Why is different in a good way? Okay, why is different in a good way? It's personal and present. Grief and trauma coaching doesn't treat you like a diagnosis. Remember, I told you I do not diagnose anything, okay? I am here to help you with your grief, loss, and trauma. I do not diagnose you with anything. I am here to help you heal. Grief and trauma coaching does not treat you like a diagnosis. It is not to fix you. Nobody wants to feel fixed. You're not just someone going through a hard time. You're seen as a whole person, capable of healing, growth, and rediscovery. Coaching holds space for your pain without trying to fix you. I am your listening ear, and I will stay with you in that space. I will hold that space for you. It is my job to have you trust me so you can feel safe. When counseling can sometimes lean heavily on analyzing the past, coaching invites you to honor what's happened while also gently guiding you towards what's next. And that's what's important. Guide you to what's next. Okay, we will discover what's causing the pain. That comes from your past. So we can be in the present and get to your future of joy, happiness. Okay? Coaching helped me not only understand my grief. This is from a Love Life Events client. Coaching helped me not only understand my grief, but live with it, grow with it, and even build something beautiful from it. That is what coaching is about. You building something beautiful from your pain. I often tell people, you take pain and turn it into your power. That's empowerment. So let me see what you all are saying. How do y'all feel about between the difference in coaching and counseling? Because I am a wellness practitioner. I'm certified in all those different things, but I am also a life coach and a trauma-informed coach. So from what I take from it, it's up to you to choose what direction. If you were to book me as your practitioner, it is up to you to tell me what direction you want to go in. But I'm always going to be trying to get you to your future. And your future is growth, empowerment, happiness, okay? That you don't have to worry about, because I'm your listening ear. I'm here to listen, but sometimes I want to also put some input in that's going to get us to the next level of your greatness. That is what it's about, okay? So I'm going to read this comment from a client that says, coaching helped me not only understand my grief, but live with it, grow with it, and even build something beautiful from it. I took my pain from my book, The Purple Cinderella, and I built a lot of amazing things that helped me grow. If I would allow my past of different abuse control me, I wouldn't be sitting with y'all today. I would not be a wellness practitioner. I would not be a trauma coach, a life coach. I would be none of those things. And because the love of God and me really believing in myself, doing the work, I am here and I'm with you. I am your listening ear. Yes, please like the video, you guys. Please share, please subscribe and comment. That helps my channel grow. So now we're going to dip into disenfranchised grief. Ambiguous. That's what a lot of people look at it as being ambiguous. But disenfranchised grief, that was like a big thing that we had to learn about in my classes that I was taking. And it is major because it is something that a lot of people just look at, okay, get over it. Time to move on. It's time to grow, not necessarily move on, not necessarily get over it. It's time to grow. As I read to you, grief, my grief, understanding my grief, but live with it, grow with it, and even build something beautiful from it. So let's not disregard people's grief, their loss. Everyone doesn't heal the same. Okay? Grief and franchise and doggone it, I'm sorry, I apologize. Disenfranchised grief. Grief can be disenfranchised whenever you feel that your loss isn't validated by others. This can happen when culture or society doesn't recognize your loss. For example, when there can be strong stigma attached to death that results from an overdose or suicide, and your feelings of grief may be discounted. Alternatively, perhaps the death was someone others think you shouldn't or wouldn't grieve for. Say of a former spouse or a gang member or even a same sex partner. At any time a loss isn't recognized or you don't feel seen or heard in how you're feeling, at any time a loss isn't recognized. Remember that you are feeling unheard. In grieving, the result may be disenfranchised grief. Note that disenfranchised grief can also occur in cases when a loss isn't due to actual death, like a loved one move away, a divorce. That's an example. But the result of traumatic brain injury, substance abuse or mental health condition that alters a relationship significantly. Let's say your husband is now from an car accident, he's in a wheelchair. He can no longer go dancing with you. He can no longer get out and do yard work with you. He's in a wheelchair. That is an example of disenfranchised grief. You, the wife, can be left grieving the loss of what you and your husband used to be able to do. And y'all truly enjoyed getting out there doing yard work together. Because when the season changes, spring come in, y'all will get out there, you're digging and you're planting your new plants, and he knows how to do landscaping. Because he's in the wheelchair, he can no longer do those things with you. That is disenfranchised grief. For example, a husband and wife, or a girlfriend and a boyfriend, or whatever, same sex, whatever the people like, that's their choice. I don't judge. Let's say the female is pregnant and she loses the baby. She has a miscarriage. Some people look at it as a disenfranchised grief. A brain injury. Let's say your husband has a brain injury. He can no longer work. He worked a six-figure, let's say a seven-figure job. The CFO of a company. He had a brain injury. He can no longer work. That income is gone. That is disenfranchised grief on the family, the mother and the children if they're children. Some people have to downsize their homes, sell their cars, and get a much affordable vehicle. That happens. So I will be discussing everyday lives here on my channel to help you with your grief, loss, and trauma. Prolonged grief disorder. Prolonged grief disorder is also known as PGD. A clinical diagnosis introduced in the DSM. I'm not going to read all that because that's not important, but that's something I had to learn for school, okay? I'm not getting into all that. A clinical diagnosis introduced in the characterized by persistent persuasive grief lasting more than 12 months after bereavement, causing significant functional impairment. PGD is distinct from normal grief and from major depression disorder, and it responds to specialized grief focus interventions rather than standard depression treatment protocols. Recognizing PGD as a formal diagnosis is landmark development for the grief counseling field. It validates the need for grief-specific clinical training and often pathways for insurance reimbursements. And there's a code. You don't need that code. As I stated before, I do not diagnose for anything. I'm a listening ear. I'm a wellness practitioner, and I am a coach, life coach, and a trauma-informed coach. I don't diagnose for anything. I'm a PhD, not MD. I would never get on here and tell you anything different. I am not a therapist. Okay? What am I? A wellness practitioner. So we're going to kind of tap into some of the things again, because as I stated, for prolonged grief disorder, it is something that's persistent. And because it is persistent, it's causing significant functional impairment. It will wear and tear on the person and their loved ones. So I want to skedaddle back to disenfranchised grief. My hair is in my eyes, y'all. Get on my eyelids. Disenfranchised grief. Some more examples. Let's say the husband gets a divorce from his wife. He moves out, got him a new condo in Buckhead, and he's living it up. But after a while, he started missing his wife. He thought the single life was going to be glory, but it was not. He thought the single life was going to be everything because he get out here to look at these young girls with the BBLs and all. He thought it was going to be easy. The nightlife becomes boring to him. He wants something more. He hasn't met anyone that fulfilled the needs that his wife did, that he divorced. He starts missing what he had with his wife. He's grieving, tossing and turning at night, even having nightmares. Because what have I done is what's in his head. What did I do? I thought I wanted to sing a life. He's grieving what was. The loss is the married life. Yes, he can find somebody else and just marry them, but he hasn't found what he once had. That is a form of disenfranchised grief. Some may tell him, get over yourself. You want to be divorced. He may feel, well, yeah, but I thought it was going to be better. But it wasn't. Another form of disenfranchised grief is, let's say two men are married. And one of the partner's family feel like, you need to get over. They're telling the one guy, you need to get over because, hey, this is what people say. This is not my thoughts, but I'm giving y'all examples, okay? Well, you shouldn't have been married to a man anyway. God said you're supposed to be married to a woman, even though I am a Christian. And that is what I can't tell people what to do. If they love each other, I'm happy for them. So one of the partner's family is telling him, you shouldn't have been married to a man anyway. That's not of God. They're not understanding that males grief and lost of being got separated from his partner, his male husband, partner, whatever you want to call it. That is also a part of disenfranchised grief. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? That's right, Reverend Dr. JC. Don't let the green grass fool you. Because I'm going to tell you what I notice a lot of men do. They could be married to somebody, but they forget the beauty inside the person. Their wife may have put on some weight. Or their wife may not look as good as most of the women that people said that he should have married. He married the one that people felt was not that attractive. You got to think about the inner beauty. He starts listening to what everybody is saying. Man, why you marry her? She ain't all that. But that woman been there for him. That woman helped him get his business started. He starts listening to what everybody has to say. He starts stepping out on his wife. Oh, big booty Judy come along. Small waist. Big booty Judy got that BBL. His wife put on weight. She don't have that small waist. Listening to his friends, he is with this big booty Judy. Big booty Judy wants his money from the business. He will have to give money from the business that his wife helped him build. So he starts giving old Judy his money. Judy don't want him. So one day he happens to pop up at the apartment. He gave Big Booty Judy the money to get the apartment with the deposit and first month's rent. Gave her the money to get the apartment. He happens to pop up at that apartment and another man is there. He gets in his vehicle after he sees what's going on, get in his vehicle mad, pouting, just feeling stupid and humiliated because he has something actually beautiful at home. She may not be the best thing or the best looking, but her heart is beautiful. He would not have had that business without her. He would not have had that business and the funds to give to Big Booty Judy if he did not have his wife. He has an amazing wife. So he goes home to his wife and he feels bad. He goes home and give her a good hug because he's feeling stupid that he has taken money from his household and given it to the BBL woman. There's nothing wrong if people want to get a BBL, that's on them. That's just not my preference. But he's feeling grief because he feels stupid on what he has done. Disenfranchised grief. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vera. You get what I'm saying. So I'm giving y'all scenarios of what the different griefs are so we can have a complete understanding of what I'm talking about. Disenfranchised grief can go even further than just that. Let's say we're watching the news and a gang member is unalive. The mother is on the television crying because that's her son. And people are like, well, he shouldn't have been a gang member. I probably have said something like that myself. I won't lie to you. But we are disregarding that is her child. That too is considered disenfranchised grief. Disenfranchised grief is when we feel like someone shouldn't or wouldn't grieve for certain things. Things that we find that may not be important, but they are grieving. And everybody has a right to grieve. Okay? Just a moment, please. So let's say, let me take a sip of water. I was to counsel his mom. Hold on. Let's say I was to counsel, be a wellness practitioner, a coach. Let's say I become the grief and loss specialist, a coach for his mom. It's not just grief and loss, but it's also trauma that she is experiencing. So if I was to counsel her, I would do the intake forms, do the consent forms, etc. I would sit down and listen to her and allow her to tell how she's feeling. And I am her listening ear. That is my job. From a coach perspective, I will chime in. Then I may have to pull her back in. But sometimes it's best to let that person grieve, get that cry out. And a lot of times you will see people hand somebody a Kleenex. Hold off on that. Allow them to stay in that moment. Hold that space with them. Don't make it about you. I wouldn't make it about me. I will allow my client to cry. Because at that point, they're at their most vulnerable moment. Hold that space with you is what I would do. And I am your listening ear. I'm not going to hand you a Kleenex until I see you ready for it or you ask for it. Because a lot of times when you offer someone a Kleenex, you are rushing them to hurry up and stop crying and let's get this session over. That's not good. I will let her vent. That's her son. He may have been a gang member, but he is her son. I will follow framework to get her to a safe space with me again in that session. Because before she leave out there, I don't want to leave her in a dark place. No. It is my job to see her smile, at least in a better place than when she came into her session. That is what a wellness practitioner does. That is what a coach does. That is my job. So again, like I said, y'all see these things back here? Be yourself. It is okay to be yourself. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay not to know it all. It is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to have hard days. It is okay to feel your feelings. It is okay to start over. I posted today because I want to motivate someone that feels like they are in a place and they don't know if it's okay. They don't know if they are okay. That's okay too. Don't rush your feelings. Allow yourself to feel things. Ask for help. Email me. Go to my website and message me if you would like to book a session. Or if you want a 15-minute free consulting, I will do that. So if anybody on here would like a 15-minute free consulting from me for any grief, loss, or trauma that you are experiencing, I'm there for you. I also do life coaching. I'm certified in it. Use like the first couple, lives that I did, my first live, y'all saw my credentials on the wall. I'm certified up and covered by the love of Jesus Christ, the blood of Jesus. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying. Reverend Dr. JC says that's right. Vera says true. Thank you. So that's what we covered today. Let's kind of scan over the things that we talked about today. I started the show out saying safety is healing. Earning your trust makes the client feel safe. I am your listening ear. Okay, we cover understanding the difference between coaching and counseling, from focus style framework of counseling, focus style framework of coaching. We covered disenfranchised grief. We covered prolonged grief disorder, which is also known as PGD. So we're getting there. The more that I go live, we're gonna get closer to covering more things and discussing different scenarios of counseling, okay? And maybe we can get someone to come on here and we do like a mock. But again, if you would like a 15-minute free consultation with me, just go to my website. My website address is in my description, or you can just email me through my Gmail that's with YouTube, okay? So I will see you guys Wednesday. The days that I go live are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But in between those times, I will be posting shorts and videos that y'all can just watch. I will pre-record them, okay? I want to say thank you guys for coming to my live. God bless you. And it means a lot. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe. It means so much to me because I'm trying to grow this channel because there are so many people out there grieving. We are in a time with the economy of this cabinet administration that we're under right now. It's causing a lot of grief, a lot of loss, trauma to people. When you become financially strapped, struggling, that causes grief, loss, and trauma. This administration is traumatizing the American people. That is my opinion. I want to say I like to give credit to a Love Life Events. I read you all an article from their website, Fair Use. Again, I go live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In between, I will be posting shorts. I will be posting motivational things to empower you on my page. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to help you with your grief, loss, and trauma. Again, my website address is in my description. Also, don't forget Queen Magazine, my summer anniversary issue. Purchase you one. And also on my community wall, I post about if you purchase my book, The Purple Cinderella, and you want to get the ebook, you can purchase it, the ebook, and I will send you the ebook to my book, The Purple Cinderella, and you will also receive the digital copy of my magazine, the summer issue, the anniversary issue. When you purchase my ebook from me and you pay me through PayPal, however you want to pay, because I put different ways. You scan the QR codes and you can pay me. And you will receive you have to leave, because in the description, you will leave your email. But if you pay through PayPal, I can get your email anyway. And I will email you your ebook, and you will get a digital free copy of the summer issue of Queen Magazine, the anniversary edition. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? What you said, Reverend Dr. JC? Stress. What you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about. Can you elaborate on it, please? Thank you. I appreciate you too, Reverend Dr. JC. Thank you. And thank you, Queen Vera. Y'all, it means a lot to have you all supporting me. But please share my lives. Be sure to go watch my other lives. Go watch my shorts so I can get my views up. Share my channel, please. I love you guys. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay because I am your listening ear. Thank you for coming to a safe space with Dr. Lillie. You guys have a beautiful evening. Good night. Bye.